Okay, hopefully the lesson not gonna lag. Finally, real menu of the game. Hang on. I mean, I will try to flick the option just in case I don't get any lagginess. So yeah, welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. And honestly, I'm gonna miss this game. And in the previous live stream, Yuri decided to write the letter to Natsuki, and I don't know if I'm ready for this. We hit to the final side story, and I kind of really like the intention on the game creators trying to get two side stories, having different characters, and trying to solve to the situation that in the next side story, which is I mean, I'm not complaining the side story is long. I mean, I like how they actually set up to the story of the whole side stories, where and what happens before the original main game happens. And honestly, I do remember from the side story, Monica did work with the computers and pianos, English, and I totally get it. Like, there's no way that any other side stories, or even mod, I think, to make sense for the original games without plus. Because like Doki Doki Literature Club without plus version already bring everyone memories already, and then there's a bunch of people who making mods, and I totally get it. Nobody wants any characters for the game to disappear, so they want to make a happy ending for it. And not gonna lie, no matter how many mods people make, no matter how many side stories, even the game creators made, like, it's really hard to make sense for original main games, because it's like Monica's becoming like the real characters, and the other rest of the trees are not real, which is Natsuki, Yuri, and Sayori. But yeah, like, it just making change people's the way of thinking, like the way the clubs begins before the original main protagonist, like all of us. So which makes people think that Sayori is to harm herself by herself in the original main games, and Yuri do the same things. But it's really hard. Like, it's actually really hard to make sense for the original main games when the side story it makes like nothing happens. Like, it's just like regular what happens before the clubs even exist, and even before the main protagonist comes into play. So data collected is 90%. I don't think I'm gonna get 100% in this live stream, because you have to get like the special forms by playing the original main games again. I would do, I would try to speedrun the games, but not in the tomorrow, I think, because I have my other work to do, and yeah, ultimately we almost reached to the end of the games. Actually, I'm gonna miss everything in this game. This game already gives some people so much memories. Like, for those anime fans, who Japanese cartoon fans, like people already watch the original games, and then the side story, it just seems like DLC or OVA things. So Yeah. Also, I'm getting more mails now, and I'm still stuck at the 030. I still don't know what times I should be here. So we do have music from side story, but this looks sus. Yeah. And the thumbnail I used today is basically this one. I mean, Sachioli is a good illustrators, not gonna lie. And the reason why I'm using the centers of this image is we're heading to a final side story, which is, I think there has to be a fight between Natsuki and Yuri. It has to be, because they are differences, and I don't know if they're gonna get along together. We're getting all the wallpapers and all poems already, but I don't know. We should have seen the next poem or the letter from Yuri's gift to Natsu. I think it should. Is it from here? I don't know, because like each side story is gonna give cutscenes and new art, and I find it really funny to actually turn Doki Doki Literature Club becoming a shoujo anime, shoujo mangas, or shoujo games. I mean, it looks pretty though. I mean, yeah. And yeah, I still using Monica's playing piano as a wallpaper. And this one is actually sweet too, but it's gonna make it really funny for those people who actually Google something naughty. The two girls, one table. Man, I mean, not gonna lie, like how they actually using the effect particles. It's just sad that it's not moving. That it's just making the sunlight go through the window to be more stand out, but the cutscene doesn't do that, which is I'm fine with it. They don't have to, but yeah, I like how they make every little detail like this becoming fit into the environments. Like this one, for example, is like not just for the background, but also the character has a sunlight fit in, which is they put into details. They don't have to do that, but it's really nice of them to try to make the games more detailed as well. Also, like this, for example, it's like Monica's shoulders and their back. I mean, they calculated as well. Like Jesus Christ, put so much effort into it. That's the reason why, like, it's worth it to buy this game. And we have all the background and all the sketches, but the promo missing 3. I think they still need to do something into original games. I think this one has to be play the games all over again, which is I'm not fond of, and I don't know about this. Maybe we'll find out when we are playing the final side story. So previous live stream, the first side story it just hit me hard, but not as the second side story. I nearly cried at that time, and luckily I hold it. But man, this one is not as much, but yeah, this one is also not as much. And this one is slightly longer, and it's gonna be continuing with the final side story. So I mean, and the first side story which actually making sense, because these people have a lot of friends, but there's always the type of friends who actually don't want to get too much attention. Like they minding their business, and then suddenly the other friends they just jump right in, which is making it so awkward. And this one, I mean, yeah, Nasu was getting to the clubs, and Nasu just always thinking that people hate her because people don't like her taste. And she do even mention in the original games that she don't want to be cute, and which Monica's solved the problem. I think she didn't actually solve the problem for Yuri's and the same thing with Natsuki, but it just Monica's acknowledged it, and she knows that she may hurt Natsuki, and then she fixed the mistake, and which is really nice. Sayuri is the same, but and yeah, it's really common in classroom or in real life. And Yuri and Monica is trying to hopefully please Nasu the map at Yuri please. Oh, it's already delivered. Oh, it's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Nasu with Monica's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Nasu haven't faced each other since. Okay, always testing if everything's hunky-dory. I normally use Windows Sound to test the recording. And I don't need to check the mic. I do actually, but in the recording, the volumes go up and down. That means that it's working. So yeah. Also, I really need to pay attention to the volume of the games as well. It's supposed to be like the sounds quieter than my actual voice, so you guys can actually hear me talking. So yeah. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Nasu haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her effort, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out most of scheduled spot she could find to spare her lunch. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Wait, how'd you get here, Nasu? What are you doing here? I just have lunch. Yuri grips a book with enough force to wrinkle the page beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. And the other one is out of drink. I like. Yuri noticed Nasu fidgeting with a few cards between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Nasu always looking away, shuffle over to the vending machine. So quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. Some kind of iced tea. Instead of leaving right away, Nasu just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back there. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you, so. Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like Daddy. It's okay. Everything It's okay. You find yourself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsu's stammer sails into ejection. Seemingly in response, Natsu approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsu twists the cap of her drink and takes a sip. By receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsu doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Awkward. And the two just sit there for a long time. Tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, it seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what it may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsu is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. Really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't. For some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. Also, if you're underage, please be consider playing this game. Oh my god. Again. I'm not having this. Yeah. I mean, it's a side stories between Yuri and Natsuki. It has to be fighting each other, isn't it? I don't like this already. I don't know if I'm even ready for this. Also, for those who have any disease that relate to your heart or any history of depression or not being thought, please be considered before playing this game. I mean, even the games tells people not to play this game ever, but I just feel bad for the game creators actually, especially that this game is pricey and people have to pay for the game. So, and then they just waste their money, and then they read the disclaimer and don't play the game at all, and then they realize, man, why do we waste money for? So yeah. Just please consider playing this game. Also, that the vending machine doesn't. I mean, soft drink obviously, tea obviously, but it's just weird that it looks like some of the alcohol or wine in the vending machine. Is this weird? I may be wrong, but yeah. It's the next day. Natsu appears from around the corner and stares up the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Then she seems to be holding us some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again? Yeah, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Peaceful. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsu sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. The yesterday lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsu and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsu's mind, she continues to tolerate it. But it's okay that I'm here. Yeah, I don't care. Mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since they are just assuming stop reading manga after I joined literature club. But I'm trying to hide from them exactly. But I just don't want it to come up again now. After I waited so long for this new volume to come out, literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga? Not unless online friends count. That's true. Not gonna lie, I never have friends. In real life actually. But in online friends, I mean, I'm be kidding, but right now I make friends in real life, like going to the arcade and have fun each other, but it's not comes to the point that like close friends, because like we don't hang out like 24/7. We don't like going eating each other's in the same street food or restaurant or family convenience stores ish. And I mean, yeah, you can say that friends in real life, but it's not that close. I mean, I do make American friends, I do make foreign friends in real life, but it's just like sometimes like friends not last forever, isn't it? For example, like secondary school, high school, like you're trying to turn classmates into friends, but when you grow older, like everyone you go in their own route, then I mean they can chat online, but some sort don't. It's really tough. I mean, it's gonna be happen the same thing like in Vietnam. Actually, I do make Vietnam friends in real life, but it's not actually that close, because like we find little time to actually go eat somewhere together, or having much meet up like anymore, because like the disease happening around the world. We can chat online, but yeah, I mean mostly other people don't count online friends actually, because like we don't see face to face each other, we don't talk much 24/7, so that's pretty sad. Not gonna lie, I really like making a close friend or making friends like spend time together, but not all the time actually. Like you can spend times like in the weekends, you can spend time like in the afternoon. For those who still study at school, you can spend time somewhere after school actually. But for those who are not, they can actually have like, I can say that it's a dates. Not like a date between girls or boys, it's like a date with friends. Like, hey, want to hang out with each other, like arrange a schedule or something, meet up and have fun with each other, playing games or go eat somewhere together, just like that. So yeah, I totally feel you, Nasu. In real life, I don't have much friends, but online friends, I can say a lot, but it just doesn't count. I mean, I would like to see online friends as the real friend, but normally most people like see more realistic rather than being catfish on social media, like being fake over it. Like, I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah. Anyway, back to the game. So Natsuki doesn't have a friend unless online friend. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it. She just like it. You know what I mean? Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just looks like a book. So you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful, especially since I already pay attention so much. It's a good thing I had thick skin, I guess. Wait, excuse me? What did you say? I'm not gonna judge that. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school actually, I was especially desperate back then. Somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a year ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Or rather, we were just or just stupid kids back then anyway. I'm the same things actually. I've been a total a-hole when I was back in high school or secondary school. I mean, I did the theory things, but it's online to most of my ex-friends because I was desperate too. In Ireland, like you have to study like the whole book. Not unlike Vietnam's, like to study just what we take notes in. And in Ireland, we study like the whole book, and I was too depressed back then, and I acted like theory actually. And chat online, please encourage me. And my ex-friends mad me, and yeah, I totally get it. I can say that I was doing it back then, but it's really, I can say that not living mistakes, because actually that is straight to the point. That's friendship revoked it, and it just broke me too hard, man. And even like right now, I make online friends, like different group of friends. It just still hits me hard, and I mean, you cannot run away from the past, you know. People are just gonna bring up it again from time to time, and which is annoying. You know, Vietnam is one of the top 5 countries we acted the worst on social media, and there will be always time people gonna bring up the past. People get angry about it. It's really hard to move on, man. Not gonna lie. Whatever, we are all just stupid kids back there anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used pseudonyms. But I like it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. Plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now we think the same thing about our current selves. Probably. Does it make you feel uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Her right here. Natsu raises her hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. So, ow. I didn't mean to do that hard. Really? Slap yourself. Yuri doesn't seem to react. Then, to Natsu's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, now smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her laps, and is unable to hide a smile, as though it was a really funny joke. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. I see you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly and Natsu opens a book. And time passes. She reads silently for the remainder of the lunch hours. The whole time, Yuri feels distracted by feelings of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. Oh, is this place again? You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsu finds herself having wandered through the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsu quickly noticed a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits, doing no supporting eye contact. But, well, like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. Why if I didn't show up? Well, I mean, I would have drank it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought. Never mind. what I meant to say is thank you, and that is really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. It was the other things that I didn't mean. It's why please believe me. We process the notes. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too, so I believe you. As you exhale in relief, just then sit down next to Yuri and takes a drink. Yuri, she was probably overthinking it too much. That's Natsuki's habit response to fill her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please don't feel obligated. I want to do a nice thing too. Okay, thank you. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Exercise. Nothing. Just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They are just other things that I'd rather be doing very much lately. Like being around with them when we are just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with just putting up with it because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. It's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not gonna demand for everyone around me to change. But yeah, I know. When I can say I really don't agree with that kind of thing. And not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. Unlike my friend group does that kind of thing, I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood too. So, I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? Oh, good question. That's a really good question. That's a really good question actually. Like, friends is just like replacement of the families, trying to understand what's going on with your life and trying to help you somehow feel more happy because like you have same hobbies, you will talk to each other more than family actually. Some children's like because of the different of generation, they don't get along well with the parents, so they have to find out with anyone that has the same age or around their age. It could be a little bit older, a little bit younger, and not gonna lie, it's really fun. Not gonna lie actually. I mean, even me myself, I'm not doing well with my parents, so I always seek out for online friends actually. Or maybe like most of the time I just alone inside a rental room. A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekend, true. And they really like my baking. It's fun to complain about school together. That's true. And it's also fun to complain about each other's parents. Just kidding, don't do that. Just don't do that. I mean, I can complain about school a lot about. They don't even freaking care about children's mentals. They push them too hard. I mean, do you know how much people commit not living in Asia just because of school, parents, pressure, workplace, and boss being bossy. I hate it. I actually hate it, I'm not gonna lie. Especially like most Asian countries, they have really bad education systems. I mean, I get the more you learn, the more you become smart, but not all people are being like that. People are becoming stressful and they try their hardest, but it doesn't come with the results that anyone likes. And then after that, they get scolded by teachers, parents. They get punished with physical act like getting hit with a stick to bring fears to children to help them learn, which doesn't make any sense, which is making things even worse. And I've been educated like that from my parents and my teachers in the past a lot of time, and I do have not been taught. And there's multiple time I rant on social medias about I really want to end myself, but man, I do have endurance on my mind, so at least it keeps me moving on. And I also have online friends, and trying to go somewhere that I feel like in peace, and also be able to do something with my hobbies. And this is brings up another mood of mine, and trying to have more motivation to move on. So yeah, they made me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, but I love those things. So those are things that I'm going to you very kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. True, everyone in the club is really different from that, but I still be friends with them too. Sayuri really likes the baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Like them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Yuri, what did you just say? Sayuri likes the baking. She complains a lot. I mean, Sayuri does complain a lot actually. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. They're having a fight between Natsuki's friends now. Oh no. No way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Didn't want to say something bad. It's not me. Natsuki, calm down. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare a friend like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. True. I mean, I do, looking back, I never compare my ex-friends to my recent friends. Actually, everyone's different and they do have different types of thinking. I mean, my ex-friends can be a-hole. I can be a-hole too. My online friends can also be a-hole as well. But there's jokes, and we do have our limits. We try to be nice together, but yeah, I don't know, man. I try my best not to compare anyone. I mean, looking back, I never compare my ex-friends to my recent friends. And I mean, Natsuki is right. Everyone has a different ways of living and thinking, so I cannot just say bad things to anyone. But it's just really tough to hide that feeling inside, to hide the thoughts inside, because like it comes to the point that there will be always a type of people who gone too far, and there's no choice. Enough is enough. So yeah, I don't have a happy childhood. I don't have a happy school life. and I'm not gonna lie, I just don't know. I just really wish that I could spend more time back in my home country, Vietnam. Actually, I know I rant about it a lot. I want to apologize for that, and I don't know. People doing the interviewing with visa and the paperwork things, like they maybe watching on social medias. Like, I mean, everyone does that right now, and then they spot someone, and then they remember whose face is, and then that's like, man, not anyone likes the opinions, and it just comes to the point that they use their authorities to do whatever they want, and then they destroy other people's life, which is uncool. I mean, not gonna lie, it's gonna be happen like right now or in the future. I don't know, it already happened in the past. Like, for example, like you on your way, trying to interview for getting a visa or any where that you want to go, and then you having a pressure that you think this culture is not as good as this culture, and then the next day when you're interviewing for a visa, you have no choice. You have to say that, yeah, the reason why I go to that country is because of this. You want to study abroad, you want to actually immigrant, or you actually want to do something. You cannot say you want to work abroad, because like most likely people gonna reject you though, which is so uncalled for actually. But yeah, people don't want people to work illegally, so that makes sense. So it's just like that. I mean, I can say that, for example, like right now I do rant a lot on social medias. I miss my home country a lot actually, and then what if like there's occasion that when I go back to my home countries already, and then go back to abroad, like, hey, I want to have a vacation or holidays there, and then there will be people who will reject you, which is, I don't know, you cannot please anyone, man. Even like for people who always use authority to destroy your life. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, which is, I mean, it's fine for them. This is happening around the world. People really need to stay at home and not traveling too much. I totally get it, but what if like diseases are gone for good, like forever, like everyone can live in a normal life right now? Like, I mean, I totally get it. Diseases are still really sensitive like right now, but in the future, maybe, just maybe, like people survive from disease season and everything is totally in control, and people are trying to like bring back the immigration things and study abroad things, interview for visa stuff back to normal-ish. And I don't know, man, just really hard, though. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, in this situation when this is happening around the world, like people have no choice to actually try to seek for the jobs and try their best to survive in the middle of disease, and hopefully when everything is over they can go back home and it's just without knowing if they working legally or illegally, so which is a really tough decision. You cannot win actually. No matter what you do, you cannot win. So yeah. sorry for loud talk. Actually, I do rain again, but honestly, that's real life, and it does happen to me. And it's really nice to actually telling stories around my life actually to maybe know each other's better. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. True, really nice of you is to do that. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me. They just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. But please remember, not everything you can joke about, okay? I don't like that. But that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts, like how Monica can. She gets at these things. Not really. Because I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they are all like, "Oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about those things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so harsh on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. You don't need to reassure me or anything. I need that. Plus it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. True. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. So weird because I always thought myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or sad or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have it to answer that, just talking myself. Hearing nothing remains silence. I soon notice her picture thing with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? There are no reasons, but I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conventions and groups interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It's real like I always want to be around with the characters. If I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I never feel with real people. That's true. It's like in anime, it's like you feel for the character you watch and then you feel sympathize for them, and then you react to the animes or mangas and say that, man, what should I do in that situation? What if I in the anime? What if I in the manga? What should I do in that situation? So welcome back, Natasha. Welcome back to the machine chat. I finally remember your name in English. The game never ends. Oh god. I'm really worried. If they actually... I mean, yeah, you can reset the games over again too. It's not a games, but... yeah. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Once again, Yuri, are you gonna fight again? It's just even part 1 of the side story. I don't know. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? Is that hard for you to be around people like all the time? Very often, especially in group settings. And people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes and all that. I don't know what to do, I just disengage. First my hero, Akemiya, and now Tokyo Ghoul shirt. Yeah, I'm such a weep, but I'm not otaku. I mean, I do watch Tokyo Go all 4 seasons, but there's a don't seems. I don't think. I mean, I like to recommend people to watch that, but for those who are not into horrors or have any disease that related to heart, like my parents, for example, please be considered before watching those types of horror shit. That's safe. Oh. Anyway, My Hero Academia and Tokyo Go are good anime actually. I mean, I do watch a lot of animes. I do even have a list of my anime lists. But I'm not actually rating a score actually, because like if I'm ever there to rating score, I just rating all same 10. But I mean, can be critical, but it just takes time to actually make me thinking what should I rate for the anime. So I mean, even there's some people to actually watching animes with speed up because there's too much. So yeah, honestly, I'm really lazy to rate, but yeah. Oh, that doesn't get lonely. I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in the books? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I really hope so. I mean, in my other social medias, I like to be, for example, like people on social media call it waifu. Like, I'm guessing that it's wife in English, and waifu is like the Japanese characters, mostly girls. I mean, it can be opposite for boys. If there's girls like anime too, like there's a different fan service. Like boys like girls fan service, and girls like boy fan service, and the people making waifu, making husband things, and from the Japanese characters. I mean, they like to change the outdoors, but yeah. I mean, you can, but not all the time, because you're gonna change Japanese characters a lot. So, I mean, you can be friends, a lot of friends you like, but there will be waifu situation, and it's just gonna make things really uncomfortable and really awkward. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna lie. I mean, people making this, okay, like this. Please look this. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, all the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? A lot. Like, more than anything. But then Natsu mutters that Sun fills the stairway once more. There's a mutual silence. A full of understanding. There's another staircase scene. That is just it for the part. One of the side story. I think I'm having all the music already. I think. I just think, I don't know. I don't know. I think so, but let's not make conclusion yet. So, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Let's see. Another staircase scene. Hey. I'm a mouse also players. Oh, nice. I'm also a mouse also player as well, but I'm learning tablet. I'm learning tablet actually. It's not actually good. It's just like 7 or 6 digit also players. It's just really so super bad. I mean, next week I'm actually gonna upload the videos that I actually play with tablet, and then there's gameplays that I use tablet, but it's not good. Actually, it's not good. Next week, actually, hopefully I have enough time to actually edit the gameplays. I mean, editing videos actually, not editing gameplays. I mean, I actually play the games with cheat. Actually, I don't cheat the game. I don't even modify. I don't even sharing account. And I've been playing mouse in also game for 4 years, isn't it? I stopped playing 2016. 4 years and a half, yeah. And just, I mean, I try my best to learn tablet like half a year, but it's just it's not going well for me. But at least like right now, like I'm trying to get near the skill set that I have. I mean, I'm nowhere near to the mouse, but yeah, at least I tried, and I didn't even bought the tablets like Vietnamese. All my friends gave it to me, and he said yeah, I already have new tablet. I want to give the old one to me. So yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, I'm just already more than halfway over. Natsu had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier since it has been a good way touching her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Why do I have the feeling that they will be... I'm guessing. I'm just blind playing the side story, I swear, but if I guess it correctly, people gonna get mad at me. Like, I mean, I don't know. I watch a lot of animes, and then it comes to the point that I can predict what's gonna happen next easily. Yeah. I'm playing also laser sometimes. Really nice. I mean, I don't like this score system. For those who like the balanced score system, 1 million or maybe like lower score system, that's fine. But for me, I like the score system from the original games better. And also I do play other rhythm games as well, and I'm not a type of person like scoring system of 1 millions. I don't like it because my timing is so awful. And there's other rhythm games I like the score system at, which is Pump Up Games. It has nearly the same scoring system in also, but the difference is like they don't count on how early you get 100 or grades, or how early that. It's just like in Pump Up Games, like you just only count for the amount, not how early. In also you count how early. The rank is better, 70 chip. Not bad. I'm 40 chip, but I'm now playing like a 70 chip actually. Since I don't play much also games anymore, I still play the games behind the scene, but offline. I mean, I totally feel bad for most of the map sets being graveyarded and not much in-game attentions. If you see in this channel on my pending map sets in the playlist, you can see how I played most maps that, you know, kinda old style or maybe actual good maps, but not much attention. So yeah. I mean, like it's just mostly TV size or arcade size, so I think like you can spend time watching most of my gameplays like an hour or 2 hours a day. So I mean, I kind of sound like an a-hole, like trying to PR my other videos, like having people to actually buff the watch time, or I mean, it's in a good way to get to know each other better, but in the bad ways, like a lot of people really hate anyone who PR themselves. So yeah, PR means like actually like advertisement yourself actually. So for those who totally new to that term. Anyway, lunch is already more halfway over, and Nasu had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. Oh, you make dessert? I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah, I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them for a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. I'm really worried. What if Nana's friends gonna bust in and sing these two together? I'm worried. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figure I would share with them too. As she sits down, Nasu opens the lid of her container. You make cupcakes? You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figure it was about time again. You can take money if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully throws it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. Oh Jesus Christ, that's complex! Nasus, you are really good bakers. How pretty! I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Maybe for the club? Yeah, I guess so. Didn't really think about it. I just made them. So I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Really? Well, yeah, but that's not really. Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. You know, Yuri, you like tea, right? I like green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so. Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just feel happy. Oh, sorry. Osmania is also 7 digit. I mean, I don't play much Osmanias anymore, so oof. When I start playing I start with Osmanias. But then, since people put a bunch of notes like Ultra Champs, I mean, I used to play Ultra Champs too, but I'm not even good at reading, so I decided just go with the flow with the original also game, standard game. Hi, 826, what's going on? Japanese word. I mean, I totally happy that people can actually talk in any language that you want in the chat. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm allowed that too, you know. But I only understand English and Vietnamese. So if I cannot speak your language or read them, I'm really sorry. But anyway, it's really nice to see you in the live stream chat. R826. Usually when. Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. Just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Return straight, recalling the times she treated herself rather generously to Natsu's cupcakes. Also, yeah, I'm kanji blind actually. I mean, I used to study Chinese, and with kanji blind, I can't do anything. Literally, I cannot do anything. So, it turns out I quit it. Not gonna lie. And yeah, I only able to read Romanize. Kanji, I'm totally blind because like, I mean, I really want to actually write whatever I want. I mean, it's natural for all the people, but for most of the kanji, they do have rules. Actually, the box rule. So I really feel uncomfortable about it. So that's the reason why I quit Chinese. I can even forget the whole Chinese actually, like the whole every single thing. So really sorry about that. Since I watch a lot of animes, and I mean, because I mean people tend to copy the script, trying to talk it out, and I mean they can learn Japanese from that, but it's just not quite because like again we can use to Romanize language. So yeah. Hi DHADT, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream chat. Returns red regarding the Tasha Chidi has rather generously to Nasu cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcakes for her to stammer on issues, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh well, I don't know. It kinda just always appeared to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga I really loved baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. It's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking is like art, but when you get good, it gets more delicious too. True. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart in something so artistic, knowing that it would be just be eaten afterward. I mean, I like cooking as well. I do watch shows involves with cooking, and I attempt to copy. Man, nowhere near professional though. Honestly, like we are just stay at home anyway, and honestly, we are all trying to survive the disease happening around the world, like trying to seek for jobs and trying the best to get something out of the living and trying to survive. So not many people have much time to actually go shopping. Even though they actually do go shopping, like not much to offer actually. So yeah. Disease seasons are really tough, man. Especially like in USA right now. Like I don't know. In Vietnam right now, I don't know. In India, I don't know. I mean, disease like they are evolving right now. So, have you ever tried to use tablet to play FPS game? I never play first-person shooting games. Typing game is not for me. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. Something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in the moment you get to be like brinkled of joy. I don't know, it makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today. There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. You weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. Only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. Help! I didn't sleep. Don't try to be like me, actually. I mean, it's almost midnight in where I live. Actually, it's 11 o'clock right now. So I try my best to actually live stream early and try not to pass midnight because first of all, internet always crash past midnight where I live because yeah, it's weak. And second of all, I'm really getting tired actually. This morning I just trying to rearrange the place for me to sleep, and yeah, it's up all night listening to BTS. This is 9 AM. Oh, dang. so they're not going to stop. I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way we are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now and I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The Doki-74 wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches her fist. Glad that situation is resolved, and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. Sure, you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. It's 13 p.m. now. Where the HADT lives. 32 degrees. Oh god. The place I'm living in right now is super hot. It's really hot to the point that I can easily sweat when I sleep. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie that my hands are always sweaty to the point that when I click into the keyboard, like the button just came off. I totally don't understand. I bought this keyboard like just a few months ago, and already like when I try to play also game, like a button pops up and it sticks to the fingers. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsu grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box, and she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Yeah, but Yuri's not selfish, you know. Natsu's voice whines as she protests. I know, and I like them very much exactly as you thought. You succeeded. I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it away from you. No, they were up for making you happy. You make me happy? You were more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Oh no, am I ready for this? Oh god, Yuri white eyes. Jesus, I'm not ready for this. I cannot believe this. Sayori is cried and it only hits me hard, and now Natsuki. And then this music as well. It's really nice music, but Jesus Christ. Without warning, tears fall from Natsu's eyes. She puts her knee to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsu? She's a bad person. She did. Also, I remember that from the original games, Doki Doki Literature Plus without a plus, they don't make tears more noticeable as the plus versions. And there's a scene I Love You from the original games when Sayori actually making the tears being more noticeable. And now this. Oh god. Jump scare. No, side story doesn't have jump scare. Side story doesn't have jump scare. I've been like almost all with the side stories. I don't think they need jump scare because like the setup is just basically before the main protagonist even came to the club. So yeah, such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panic. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsu shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. I just. Natsu tries to choke back her sobs but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. so difficult that I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. It's thought it was a chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do things you wrote down the letter. I knew if I joined the club, Siri and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say. And later I felt like I said the wrong things. I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of the thought my own experience. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to write a letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those feelings in someone else that I saw myself. Muscle sniffles, Yori rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues and hands them to Nasu. Monica told me that it's a good person to reflect on those things. The desire to improve yourself that makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around, and you're not shy, and you know how to make people like. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead. You care a lot about other people, and just a lot of things. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. Don't you think I feel embarrassed? Nasu tries to hide a smile, then she hides as she face again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? It's really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so teaching them all the time feels like... I don't know. It's like what? You're supposed to get quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they might get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses, Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do hypothetically? Your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you. Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, it's just not very hypothetical. Master says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always tell myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy, and I still feel that way, but spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval is probably what making me feel so confused, because I feel threatened out the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. Fed up with it. Fed up with a lot of things. As she presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. You know what's best for me? I keep convincing myself of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it with them. It's not. I didn't think you will actively consider that as an option. What happened? is, I mean, not so sad. That's what happened. I mean, I think it starts when Natsu offers the rest of the Yuri's cupcakes. Yuri don't want to because like I think like the first intention like Natsu is gonna make cupcakes for the whole clubs for Natsu's friends, which is the blackout character things, and I think for some reason Natsu changed her mind that she wants to give all the cupcakes she baked to Yuri, and Yuri is nice to not take it and trying to save it for the friends of Natsuki, which is a blackout character-ish. And Natsu starts to feel sad and say that I don't know. The webcam is like 15 FPS low. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a default webcam from the laptops. I do have actual webcam, but I already use up for the hand cams and the one at the back to prove I'm not cheat. But yeah, I mean I'm totally fine with it. It looks terrible, but I think the main things people come here to actually see the game. I mean they also want to see my face, but I think I'm really grateful for that. And I mean I try my best to get the recording like have no issue, but this laptop is pretty old. The laptop I've been using is super old actually. Like I think like I used this laptop for 5 years I think. Yeah, 5 years. So yeah. I thought you were Japanese before, lol. Nah. I'm not even Japanese. I'm Vietnamese. As original, English is an international language. I don't know, man. I mean, I think people are gonna judge because of the shirt or the poster I get, but nah, it's just my body in USA. Yeah, didn't you actually consider that as an option to evoke friendship with a blackout friend? I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where like it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like so much of you have gone into it so much that it feels like just how your life is. And throwing away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. That's true. That's really true. I mean, I'm not gonna lie there. I lost my ex-friends. Like, we do chat each other as it used to be at school, like classmates normally. Talking about life, talking about studies, talking about what's happening around the world, like football or hobbies and ish. But I think, yeah, I don't think it has to be the way I behaved when I was in Ireland. Acting like Sayori, like asking my ex-friends for motivation, encouragement on social medias, and I mean I do gone too far to the point that it may be a breach of privacy, and it just I lose all my ex-friends and I cannot go back. I cannot go back. I mean, I can say this comes to a point that most of my ex-friends block me on social media, and yeah, people moving on. Everyone has a different path. It's not that easy though, because when I look back on what I did when I was in secondary school and high schools, You can say that yeah, we're all stupid kids, so we don't know what happened back then. It's just wrong because like we don't see that thing the way it used to be anymore. Like because like people have changed their way of thinking that no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, try not to be acting so stupid, trying to be common sense. Because like in Vietnam, like what I really hate the most that there is people who begging on the street asking for money, homeless people, and I mean they do having a hard life. I totally get it. People wants to help them, but not all of the people are actually homeless. Not all of the people actually disabled. They actually faking themselves, and even little kids as well. And there's some cases that kids even robbed or thrift shopping in Vietnam, which is outrage. Most parents will like, oh, they just kids, they don't know nothing. That is so wrong. The way of thinking is not like that anymore. I mean, come on. I'm really sorry. I've been ranting again, but yeah. I know like I'm ranting about this situation a lot, but I don't think anyone will learn a lesson though, which is sad. Anyways, like going to be such a big part of life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Yeah. Honestly, till now, it's also made me feel sick too. Exercise, just really scary. It's terrifying. Why are you scared of? I don't know a lot of things, like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Being able to replace what I have with them. I don't want them to hate me. I'm scared they hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but very branches of this. Nasty? What? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash the head upon them. Oh no, don't do that, Yuri. In the original game, you mentioned that you're collecting knife. Please don't do anything. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. That's just nothing laughter. Oh no, this is not a joke. Don't laugh me. I'm sorry, I like that. That's all. No, you don't like that. Oh, well, I meant it. I know you did. Just to give you a reason and endearing look. I needed it. No, don't do it. As the conversation elapsed, Nasu again sliced up box and cookies over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Nasu nods. I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Nasu looks away, but the feeling of warm spread through her. She holds on to the feeling, knowing it will give her courage. You're here first today. You brought reading material. Nasu is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. She sits down as well and open her own book. Just when this series has to come to an end, like it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. Makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself on the last book of this series. That sucks. There's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know what. If I wanted to go on forever, maybe. But there are some things that I wish good. On the other hand, if you ever read something that overstayed is welcome, yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. Okay, it sucks either way. But that's nature of all things, they come to an end. Torture for silence. Slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. The sun so doesn't seem to be touching her foot at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like, your friends at the mall downtown, wherever? Not a total shutting, you know? Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Yeah, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you, the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends in an arbitrarily spend time like that. Usually meeting with a board game group. Ooh, board game group? It doesn't matter, it's just more nerdy stuff. But you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Nasu and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like this. Sorry. Nasu puts her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets frustrated, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I did. I ended it. Nasu? Wait, you revoke her? Oh no. I mean, they totally a-hole, but man, you don't have to revoke them if you don't want to. I texted them earlier telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. Now it feels like I'm not living inside. Oh, that's... I'm sorry. Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can verify any word of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound Nasu's unusually hard breathing feels like air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Don't do that. Please help, I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With the realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changed. I have experience with this, so I have you put it, okay? Nasu meekly nods through her rapid breath and still burying her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Nasu and sits on the step behind her. She puts her hands on Nasu's shoulder. Can you feel my hands? Nasu nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri gets her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Nasu nods once more, but though Yuri is only touching Nasu's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We do breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths, breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Nasu's shoulders rise as Nasu takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Nasu's breath shakes on the way out. That's good, let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more and Nasu joins her. It sounds like a misunderstanding, but people may not mind. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Nasu rest more of her way into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of the breath is going in and out, and the weight of the hands on the shoulder. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. In the passing silence, another words of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Nasu's comment too. Meanwhile, Nasu has lifted her head off her knees. Breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. It must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It it may or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Nasu motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over, returns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gone through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her lap, into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she said that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts. Some things about Nasu, of all people, make it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because like Yuri, Nasu is so timid and uncertain of herself. Nasu does such a good job hiding it that it's taking a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Aww. My god. I mean, they have sit on the staircase. Like, upper like that. Why do you have to sit on the floor? Man, is a really uncomfortable pose. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Did you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. That's a word in the poems, right? I mean, in the novels, right? Really lost a word. Hopefully no jump scare. I mean, I don't think there's jump scare in side stories. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can take it back now. I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. And now go ice cream place. Oh, the ice cream, the memes. That means you finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy! How is that fancy? I don't know. I feel like I should guess something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry is my favorite. A coincidence? I think it helps to have something to look forward to. Still have the sick feeling in my stomach. It's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Now that I know of, that means there's nothing that will make this easy for me. We already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talk about the letter you wrote. I feel like the real way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. So that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better, the way I like to be a friend, and the kinds of friends I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, well, Not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I I may have tracked you down first, but I have a theory. That's what you said. I was shy, okay? I wasn't really the like. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you woke up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. I really do think there's a good thing in store. Those are my honest feeling. Thanks. Feels nice to be reassured. Speakers continued their conversation through the remainders of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater uncertainty in the path forwards. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club's meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, or with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. Oh god. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. During things to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new books lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore together with Nasu. So what did I miss in the last two? Synchronized story self-love. Something missing. That's the only picture I have. God dang it. I don't have much. I find it suspicious. Since we finished all the side story, I think it would be great to check the musics. So I'm guessing this one maybe, I don't know. It looks sus. A 10 actually. Time and language. Come on. Turn off set times automatically. And we're going back to the game and 158, 141, 227, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 158. Tunnel 030. That looks suspicious. So hopefully, just hopefully, I don't know. So 158 change. Come on! Finally! Good God! Finally meeting those three. So, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oof. Oh yeah, there's another buttons. I don't get print screen. What happening to the button? So yeah. Meeting note 3. Control simulation progress. Idea snapshot slightly earlier in time. Compare and control sim start of V1. VM1. But the comparison then both being parallel, with control sims versus reference VM1, easier to detect failures and to hide elevated access permissions. With entity in VM1 are part of the original genetic models not present in data dumps, very bizarre. Eva is less targeted today, meeting ending on time 12:55. Oh my god. So finally, I'm really glad that people not spoiling. I guess that there's more. Ah, you kidding me? I thought it's over. Oh, I thought it's over. I, I thought it's over. I thought it's over. There's more. Fine. Okay. So, oh my god, it's 404. I remember eBay. So, internal 404. ddlc 1255. Change. Well, 55. Alright. Doki Doki Literature Club. Welcome to the rebellion. We are working our butts off with our jobs on the line, so we might as well have some fun with it too, right? I target your white pilots want to rush into data collection, but my proposal is to shift our efforts a little and build out some new features for making real-time connection to the VM more useful and fun. If we are basically simulating a miniature universe, then it's kind of a waste to not be able to spend some quality time in here, right? But actually, I think wrapping this whole thing in the guise of the video game is a great and hilarious way of covering our tracks. If we do a good enough job, we might even be able to present it to Paula as a useful endeavor. The selling point 5 to 6 hour misery training tutors learn through the existence show prices of others and how to copy her own simulated universe. Witness the destruction of the universe over and over in a video game form. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and no, the irony is not on me. Creating a secret team within a secret team is more meta than I signed up for. That's saying something considerably literally works for the metaverse enterprise solution. You can come up with a fake game, still amaze everything too. Obviously, no plans to go public with this. It would be a good part of the whole disguise. Plus, I want cool team name that makes us feels like a bunch of heroes for saving the universe. Kidding, but we are at least setting up jobs. Something like Team Salvation, Salvato Salvation. Yeah. Good God. I remember there's one more, right? It has to be one more. If I remember correctly, is that 5, 3, 4. Oh, I cannot remember. Oh no. 5, 4, 3. 535. Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember the 500 something. I just figure out the meeting note 3 and ddlc. My god, I'm gonna be mad myself. The only secret that I don't have is 500 something. 500. Jesus Christ. I mean, in the previous slideshare, I don't actually search it with shit actually. Man, how waste time that I have now to actually have to look all up the internal files once again. It has to be 500 something. 501. I haven't had that one, yeah. Yeah, I need one more 501, I think. So yeah. One more side story as equal. Please don't tell me that's one more side story. So so let's talk about Sailor first. I honestly feel for Natsuki is that you can have a lot of friends, but actually that there will be a different groups, and not all friends are good, and they have differences, and it's just really hard to actually spend time with everybody. So honestly, I totally understand Natsuki is having so much pressures, and then she break down, and then she came to Yuri's and they were talking to each other, and I think I'm not gonna complain about having this side stories only as staircase scenes, because I think that it's gonna keep going into this part. I think it's gonna keep going to equals. So reflection is about Natsuki come mad, but Yuri. It's just about opinion. That's it. It's about opinions. Like not all the people agree about anything, and Yuri is like shy personalities, and if someone doesn't like her opinion, she breaks down too hard, and then Monica comes six to find Yuri and saying what to do. So Yuri acknowledged that, and she decided to write letters to Natsuki, and it was sent to Natsuki, and then it's an activity outside the club. It's really interesting to actually like having a side story of something that is not actually in the clubs, and it's really interesting to see like how characters actually usually do outside the clubs actually, and it's just basically lunchtime. Natsuki and Yuri reading each other's, and it was actually discussing about books and friends, and there will be some moments as well. I mean, I totally understand for Natsuki. She has so much pressure with friends, and she needs someone to actually talk to and listen to um, what Natsuki has to say and to feel sympathize for her. And now I think like after these side stories, Natsuki and Yuri come back to the clubs. I don't know. Totally no Monica saying Series C. I don't know. Fine. I'm gonna continue. Okay everyone. We're gonna taking a break from the leisure activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it will help us to figure out what to do for the festival, you know. Oh, Siri and I already came up with a really good plan. Really, for the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which club and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get them to most of them before the lines get long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. You have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Well, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Oh, don't be a hater. It's not like we can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking of the same thing. We really get a shot showing people what the literature club is all about. How to do what? We can do both, right? We make time for the food missions and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything we can get out of the literature clubs. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. But it really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, it's too embarrassing. Oh, but we don't have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsu feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like that feelings don't matter. Right. My bad. It's just a habit I need to break. But anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was supposed to join at all. Well, wouldn't that be me? No, I wanna go first. I'm fine, you can start, don't mind. Yay. So, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seems like it would be some way to express myself, you know. Like if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was just sleeping. Oh. You see a recap? Don't remind me of that, oh gosh. Yeah, but it seems like so much fun to have started a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much. I wanted to see if it helps other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired. Because I remember feeling like Monica was just so rich and mature. And that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone having someone who knew even the bad things about me. At that point I knew the literature club was gonna be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped keep the club more cohesive vision. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsu too. I think for Yuri, it really helped me to take a lead before she was able to overcome a little. But Natsu was kind of the opposite. She wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of things. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. That makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. Whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club yet if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. I remember feeling uncomfortable because even I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Siri tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting my time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the keys of component of friendship. Siri and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. Some things I never knew how to do, or even how to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others like you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong thing I said. The whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. And also, I discovered that sometimes I'm better at communicators when I take the time to write rather than speak. So strange the way things turns out is so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. It's gross. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well, for me it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part so somebody else take their turn. My heart. Sorry, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get you on it. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supplies of your favorite cupcakes. Oh, now I forgot that too. You treat her to a cupcake queen. Neither you are forgiven. Looks like the only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No, I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, Joe, only you again. Hey. Well, anyway, just bring up talking. It's kinda hard to talk about this stuff, but I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsu. It's fine, I knew it was for the best and I was right. I guess for me it's all about feeling. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings even when I was being like the biggest jerk. Very sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. Was really the worst. Nasu was jokes a little. I love you, Nasu. I just hate that I was like that. No one did so much for me and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. Scrubs really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when it first showed up? It was like I couldn't even say anything other than my own ideas of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay. Natsu wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. So much fun to have you around. You help me become a better person. When problem doesn't make you not needy or inconvenient, it means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. Sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I want to say, so I'm getting home now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because that is really different for me. Monica. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe the best of other people. Everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that's my way. It was the best for everyone, but thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you are not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people rather than to do everything for them. You're good people, we're all equals. I think that's the most important thing. I'm coming out of the club, realizing what it really means. Say what are you doing? It's just that we should write some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. That's because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself. In that case, Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sari writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of friendship, or they need time before they are ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me, Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started to reflect on other people and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great, we have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsu. Well, everyone took all the job, don't look at me like that, jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands her piece of chalk to Natsu, and Natsu sighs and writes sailor. I mean, yeah, that's the old side story that we've been told. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So that's my contribution. Together everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is, we still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsu and Yuri genuinely know as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. But can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of us. Everyone get together. I can fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And... cheese! I want to see it. I'm really glad we talk about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we come and we're only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. Getting some really good inspiration for poem. I feel the same way. I kinda want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone looking at me again. I do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. Four members of the literature club display return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Now soon Yuri give each other a quick glance and start writing immediately. Sari stretches it, does the same. But Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure where to start. Come on, Monica! Just move your hand. You can do it, Monica. Monica murmurs to herself. Right away to your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. Doesn't matter what, just that something new. You can do it, Monica. You can do it. Doki Doki ddlc.plus. Written and directed by Dan Salvatore, the original game creators. Man, not gonna lie. Such a really good illustrators. This is guys. Man. Jesus Christ, people be involved in this. Guest music Jason Heisen as well as guys. Haven't listened to the music of real copyright. And Kagefumi Sachila Sky, a really nice illustration. And yeah, the collaboration. I like the side story image actually. So sweet. Jesus, not many people being involved in this. Of course, this game is made in Unity. That's what I remember. Oh god. Really nice game. Gives people lots of memories. Holy Christ. Lots of people involved. Lots of special times. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. I really want to see the picture they duplicate there. Made by Love Victims of Battle and the collaboration with Serenity Forge. They do take a picture now. Selfie. It has to be appear in the gallery. It has to be. Friendship and literature. Music. 228. Huh? Excuse me? Excuse me? Everyone say cheese, but okay, now everyone make a funny face. Oh my god, why? Why do I have to witness this? Oh, are you kidding me, Monica? Romance, the face, tongues, slick, savory, and big cheeks, Nasu, and mustache Yuri. I mean, I totally feel you, Yuri. I mean, I'm not brave enough to say wallpaper is fine, I guess. No achievement. Alright. Wow, equal. I mean, it's gonna be a recap. Oh my god. 94%. I mean, let's see what I missed. I have to miss the special bonus and the promo. I don't know what is this choose for though. I've been missing Monica. Actually, I'm missing Monica actually. And there's one more I don't know. We all have this, but I think I'm be missing Monica and one of these. And I have to play the game all over again. I really don't know. What should I do? Let's see. 228 is born panic. 14 243 502 no 503 501 14. I'm gonna guessing it's 228. Is it tracks 14? I don't know what time I should be there. No. Holy Christ. So yeah, I honestly don't know. Number 14. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know number 14. Chili. So yeah. 228 that has the same length as the Porn Panic. It doesn't work. I don't know. Let's try 243. I don't know. 501. 243. It doesn't work either. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, it's really nice. So thank you guys so much for watching. We finished all the side story. Chalkboard shows understanding, respect, balance, reflection, and self-love. So I don't know. I will be replaying original games again, but for the secret, I absolutely have no idea. So thank you guys so much for watching, and the end side stories has came, and well, it's really nice to know what the four girls do uh, before the main protagonists come to join the clubs in the original main game. I really miss these four girls, not gonna lie, pretty nice memories. I think it was nice memories already. I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club without a plus, like it has the concept that is making one characters to be breaking a fourth wall already. And having added to the side stories is actually really nice, and it's just trying to make people feel um, what is going on before the main protagonist comes to the game. And let's just pretend that Sayori and Yuri actually harm themselves. But God, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for Monica. At first, don't know anything, and then she learned from Yuri and Natsuki and Sayori actually. I feel that Monica's, since she had experience and her favorite, her strong things is romance, and it just seems like she want to actually make a series feeling better on avoiding having depression. Uh, but afterwards, she don't know how to deal with Yuri. But at the end of the day, she did acknowledge that. At first, series come to comfort Yuri, but then Monika's, after learning her lessons, that Natsuki's may have breakdown, and Monica realized that is actually hurting Natsuki. She uh, comforts Natsuki by introducing all the rest of the clubs by manga. Natsuki's at first don't agree with that. Thought that Monica's story just because series asked her to, but no, Monica's is learning from the club members, which is something that I really like of. And Natsuki and Yuri has been a conversation outside the clubs. Natsuki has sad moments, and Yuri's comes to comfort. They do have the same things in their mind. That they, I can say that they both shy, but yeah. And then we do recap with the final real side story, which is equals. They have the four girls to write something on the chalk, which is the title of the side story. Just understand, respect, reflection, self-love, and equals. That's something, if you look into real life, people have to do it. I mean, you don't have to actually do all those 6 or 7. It's really hard, like in real life, and because of the majorities of people, they do have the science to it. Like the more people do the things like other people say, you just see that like it's a normal thing, and they just trying to copy it. It's really hard. Like I'm not gonna lie, the 7 words are really important. It comes with equal, and it's not easy. I mean, USA is a freedom country, and they actually have freedom to do anything they want. But in Asian country, most of Asia country in North normally like that, especially in Vietnam. Like we have so much trouble on social medias. Like just when you disagree on any opinions, people gonna start a fight and attacking on each other on social medias, which is absolutely disgusting to see on social media. And yeah, we're still having trouble with that. It's really hard, you know. And yeah, I do talk about this before. I do rant about this before. If you totally disagree on me, that's totally fine. I'm not mad at you, but you should also do the same. Don't mad at me, but instead you can comment down below. Just talk it out in another way. Just don't be aggressive, you know. So not gonna lie, after side stories, of course you guys and girls will probably ask who is the best girl. And in the original main games, and I would say Natsuki, like if from national, it's just natural for me, and it's just natural for me. And I mean, as I see girls shorter than me and have upper bodies that is not big. Sorry, it sounds like the B word right now, but yeah. I mean, cute girls, you know. But that is when from the original main games without plus that's what I think of it is. But playing back at these games and finding out the side stories, I think I'm gonna choose Monica as the best girls in the games. People gonna hate it, and for me, like yeah, it's just Monica. It's just um, makes you think like that. But I really want to explain from this. Like, right from the very start, after original main games, I totally feel bad for Monica's from not being able to get pick returns in the porn games, which is I understand because in the side story that it also mentioned that Monica is not good after porn games. It's not good writing poems, so I think I can totally understand that, and I totally feel bad for her. And then a lot of people start to think Monica is absolute a-hole for being obsessed with the main protagonist and just uh, destroying this girl's life. And yeah, not gonna lie, after reading side stories, Monica is learning before the main protagonist joined the club, and I'm thinking that like Monica's also see these girls as they are her friends, and it just makes me feel really bad for the original main cast. I don't want to see Monica's actually go. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my thought. After reading side story, after playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, I think Monica is the best girls. And right now, I'm really sorry, Natsuki. I mean, I like your body type, but I kind of feel bad for Monica. I like her actually, and she's learning from these three girls, Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayuri, and man, not gonna lie. Anyway, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. You totally disagree on my favorite girls, so yeah, comments down below. And who's your favorite girls after the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus? And again, thank you game creator actually. I mean, it's really nice. I do read the credit on the side stories. You thank you for all the gamers. No, The gamers actually thank you for the game creators, because without you, well, it just you don't make memories, or all the gamers who are actually having like thought of real life. And without the game creators, that we don't have such an entertainment like this, like having in such a game that actually giving life lessons. But I don't know. I mean, no matter how much famous of the games, I don't know how much impact it's gonna give parents thinking, give grandparents thinking that not everyone's gonna make people happy based on literature, and literature is not happy place at all. Yeah, honestly, it's been like this game like 4 or 5 years actually. But yeah, honestly, I bought the games, and I think I really want the times the game creators actually bring back the memories of the original games, and actually add the side story as well. I mean, like a lot of people do. Honestly, a lot of people do. They even making mod for that. A lot of people try to, but honestly, original main games are already like that. It's really hard to actually add something outside the original main games, like DLC or OVA, or anything that's still related to the games actually. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if those people are real, but I don't know. We should say thanks to them, by the way. And also, I'm not gonna lie, not just for the game creators, also thanks to yeah, I sorry, I pronounced the name wrong. Thank you, Sacheli, and thank you. I think the game creators also illustrate. I think. Sacheli do a lot of illustration as well. David Evelyn. Thank you, David Evelyn. Actually, yeah, thank you for me as well. I mean, everyone has different art styles. I mean, it depends if everyone enjoy it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm totally gonna miss these 4 characters. Not gonna lie, bro. I mean, after this, will I continue playing Doki Doki Blue Skies the mod? Yes, actually, because there's one character that I haven't been going live for, which is Yuri. And yeah, there will be adult scenes there. So I don't know. I mean, I've been postponed Doki Doki Blue Skies, Let's Go to Festival, and also main games because of copyrights. I mean, I survived the 2 strikes moments, and I think, I don't know, my mental is still not ready to going back to this channel fully, but I will try my best. Yes, also I do promise that next week there will be videos coming out back to normal actually. So yeah, I do mention about this, and next week is gonna be like gameplays that I play with tablet as well, and I mean I've been through that for a very long time, and a lot of people ask me to play tablet, so fine, but please don't expect professionalism because it's gonna be really bad, and please don't deny me. So thank you so much for watching. I'm totally honestly gonna miss this game, and thank you Clay, thank you Da Salvatore, thank you Sacheri, thank you David Evan, and thank you for me. You guys are awesome, and thank you for everyone who staffs of this game and making this games back possible. And yeah, not gonna lie, I enjoy the games. The storylines are absolutely amazing side stories, and I thought that I actually tried this episode, but man, just a stack of seeds, man. But that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, hasta la vista. Bye, guys.